In this video, I'm going to be covering 3 steps on how you can improve your sourcing for your eBay business coming up. What's going on, guys? My name is Bo. I am a full-time eBay clothing reseller here on YouTube to help you increase your sales, to help you go further faster in your mission and your goals on eBay. Today, we're going to be covering 3 basic tips on how you can improve your sourcing so you can increase profit and increase margin. So we're going to be covering first is the Goodwill bins. The Goodwill bins, as most resellers know, if you don't know, is one of the best places to source, whether you're into video games or selling books or selling larger electronics. This is the place to go to get stuff for incredibly cheap prices. If you buy more than 25 pounds of clothing, it is $1.29 per pound in my area. That changes in different areas. In California, in the Midwest, and the East Coast, it ranges between $1 to $2 a pound. So the Goodwill bins is a great place to source most of your inventory. Some of the downsides are it is very competitive. You will be elbow and elbow boxing people out in the bins, digging through items, digging through books, digging through clothing, digging through shoes. So if that's your cup of tea, then it is right down your alley. Gives you an adrenaline rush. You get your blood pumping. You're excited. It's fun. But though it can be very draining as your listing goal goes up. If you're listing 50 items a day, 45 items a day, you're gonna need to acquire about 300 to 400 pieces a week. And that can be very tough by just having the Goodwill bins as your only source of inventory. So I suggest the Goodwill bins as the #1 source to start going to start sourcing inventory that can be profitable because it is very cheap. And #2 is one of my favorites, is posting Facebook ads. And this is how I landed the 5,000 piece new with tag storage units, was by posting a simple Facebook ad. And that ad was able to bring me in tons of inventory, not just these storage units, but prior to that, I had people contacting me every day wanting for me to buy out their closets, wanting for me to buy out extra clothing that they just had sitting in rooms. And how I did this, I will make a video going more in detail later on how specifically I made this Facebook ad, but I just wanted to cover it because I think it can be a very valuable source for any reseller out there because it is free. You join multiple buy and sell Facebook groups, local in your area, local to where you live, and you just post an ad saying, we buy whatever you're looking to buy. We buy video games, we buy books, we buy clothes. And what you can do is go on Canva, you can have a free account on Canva, and you make a brand list with a nice little fancy ad, and you post it in a buy and sell group. I post between 20 and 30 buy and sell groups in my area, the same ad, and you will be flooded with responses. You do need to keep up with filtering through who is spamming you, who is looking to just get something out of their closet that's not necessarily valuable. So you do need to set up some questions that you can have before you make that connection. I put a 100-piece minimum on my ad, so it is worth my time when I go and drive and meet with this person. And I make sure that they have brands that are on my brand list. #3 is calling storage unit warehouses. Like I said in a previous video, there are over 50,000 storage unit warehouses in America. So start calling. And these warehouses, they hold inventory for years and years. This is why you're seeing the popularity of storage auctions. Storage units are everywhere and they're in an abundance. So start calling these storage unit managers or storage unit owners and just ask, hey, do you have extra books? Do you have extra clothes? Because a lot of the times these storage unit managers, they don't resell, they take these items to the dump. And they're getting thrown away valuable items. This is what the storage managers were telling me when I bought this 5,000 piece of new with tag vintage clothing, is that they were just throwing it in the garbage because they wanted these units cleared. There's a massive opportunity out there with calling storage units, and even if they don't have any items, have a business card ready where you can hand them a business card and put them out, so maybe you can get some business in the future. 2 more extra tips that I just wanted to bring up up that I know that can be very valuable for either intermediate or beginner resellers. It depends on how hungry you are and how motivated you are. But the fourth one is called rag houses. And it is kind of an unfamiliar term to most people, but people who resell and resell on a serious level, and this is for clothing in particular, is that rag houses are warehouses that specifically buy textiles, clothing, towels cut up into rags for mechanics, for cleaning products, and this is the last line of defense for clothing before they get taken to landfills. So rag houses are not something you exactly look up. It's going to take a lot more research and a lot more time and energy looking for these rag houses, but I will give you this tip. Look in the ports. If you're in the Bay Area or live by a port of any kind, start driving around and start just looking. Where are these rag houses? Start looking at trucks that are unloading pallets. Where are those pallets going? And sooner or later you will find a rag house. And once you find a rag house, then you speak with the owner. And once you can speak with the owner or an employee, then you're able to pay the person working there or the owner for certain items you're looking for. And number 5 is paying sourcers. So once you get into the more medium level of reselling and you start generating a good income, then you can focus more of your money going towards paying for sourcers. There are people who make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week just sourcing inventory for you. You can give them a brand list and say, hey, I'm looking for these items. I'm looking for these specific video games. I'm looking for these specific books. And they will understand and know, since this is what they do for a living, then you're able to broker a deal with them, say, I will give you X amount of dollars per item. And most of the times these people source from rag houses, storage units, or the Goodwill bins. And once you can do that, it is extremely valuable once you have consistent product coming in and you do not have to worry about going out and finding that same item over and over again. So I hope you got value out of this video. Consider subscribing, as I am producing content on a daily basis, here to help you go further faster. I am here to help you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below and I will get back to you. I hope you all have a blessed day. Take care.